You know what's funny? Before you go live, it doesn't give you the option of doing all of this. But after you go live, it gives you the option of changing everything. Okay, this is much better. So, anyways, I wanted to get on here and talk about the way I process grief and how it's not been good for me. Or it's not that it's not been good for me, it's just how I process grief. So, back then I used to wear like beauty, the how should I say, the European beauty standard of weaves and everything. But I stopped because the person that I was with didn't like me for me. He liked me because I dressed up. You know what I mean? Anyways, so I stopped dressing up. And then when I stopped dressing up, I lost him. So that was something that I did have to grieve because I was in a world where I was, I had everything and I didn't really care about what I didn't have. And now when I stopped dressing up and doing all this stuff, this person left. And why was it so important and significant is because my relationship with my mom is not something that's ideal. Like, we do not talk. In fact, she talks to everybody else and vents to everybody else about everything that goes on in her life. And she'll fabricate stories, and I don't talk to the people that she talks to. So they take her side, they take her story, and they run with it and have been treating me like, and when people vent problems, they remember your problems. And so they treat her like, well, they treat me like I am a problem child. And it's really because, you know, God forbid, like I have a thought or something. Anyway, I'm Haitian. So as a Haitian kid or as a Haitian family, you like having your head up means that you're just going against the grain. And going against the grain just means you worship, the devil and stuff like that. It's like the most opposite type of life to have. Anyway, so my mother and I am her only child, so it's not like I had anyone to really talk to about the way I felt. So I haven't really spoken to anyone about the way that I felt. Instead, I've just had relationships. And the relationships that I had, like I said, my one ex who I was just dressed up for and everything like that, he ended up, like I said, leaving me whenever I didn't dress up. So, or like making me feel low for not dressing up. Like I would be regular and he would make me feel like I was nothing because I didn't, wear weave or do lashes or anything. And I used to be like, I used to just literally everything that I could think of, I would just do. And it didn't do anything for me. Now, whenever it was time for me to wash my hair, God forbid, take everything off, he was treating me so low. And it was like, bro, I was going to put it back on. But since you're treating me that way, let's dive into that. Because he was treating me that way, I stopped just to see if he would stay. Guess what? He left. So that's a second part of grief that I had to deal with. Now, not being able to talk to my mom about any kind of grief had me dealing with it internally. So I would take it out on myself, start doing my hair kind of ways, whatever, doing all kinds of things. Like I stopped talking to people because I was dealing with stuff and I didn't want people to just think that, oh, I'm so negative. I'm always, so I just literally stayed away from everybody. Um and yeah, honestly, that's just how I deal with grief. I just detach myself, which is, like I said, probably the worst thing to do. But it helps me because I'm an introvert who in turn needs to heal. Whoop de whoop. Anyway, so in my grieving stages, I lost my important friends. All of my friends are important, but like the closest people to me, I lost. And it wasn't like I could go back to them because I don't know, like I felt like they, not to say they weren't the same, but because I wasn't the same, they probably wouldn't see me as the same person again. Anyway, I felt like our relationship, definitely took a hit because of my absence. So I, just ended up staying like, to myself, whatever. And then for some reason, like I've been like more and more and more to myself because like my when I say my most important friends, like the people who I've first experienced things with died. Like it's so messed up. But one, two, three, four people that were really, 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 really close to me died. I'm not gonna go into how they died. It was just all from 2020 and like almost once a year. This year, people are okay, you know, and it's a lot. Anyway, so yeah, um, I had one friend who stuck with me through it all, and this is kind of the reason why it's not like I, lost myself. I did lose myself, but I didn't like go crazy, as far as like saying F everything because I had something, even if I didn't have everything, you know? So I was able to come back to myself because honestly, I was depressed because, like I said, I was like, everyone was just dropping like flies and I literally everywhere I turned didn't have anybody. So I started like internalizing everything and just thinking the worst, got depressed cuz I didn't have anyone to talk to. And so, I was you know what I mean? So I ended up stopping and now I'm okay. I got everything, you know. I could say I'm good now. I'm sober. I am just doing me the healthiest way possible. Um, yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I, go through detachment because I am the worst when it comes to grieving. I'd rather just detach myself, and that's probably why things are the way that they are right now. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you can do research. I don't think that I've hidden anything. If I have, just ask me and I'll let you know. Like, I don't care anymore because life goes on. So, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Oh, and another reason for detachment is my name is kind of crazy. So, I kind of want to give a name that people could pronounce easily. But because at first I was going to just go with my name, but I realized a lot of people don't go with their name. Like, people normally have another name, another word to call themselves. So, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I've always wanted something to call myself. So I ended up with just Doo-Wop. And I like Doo-Wop because my family calls me Do because of my name and Wop because, Doo-Wop is cute. And I also go by Mother G. Mother G is cute too because I do call myself a mother. Like when I had all my friends, I was kind of the mother of the group type stuff like, and from there I did look strong from being the mother of the group and everything till when it was time for someone to be strong for me, things would just fall apart. And so that's why I just fell apart back then. But anyway, and people would call me Gigi because of my name. So Mother G was kind of cute, but I guess we're going with Doo-Wop because it's the most like, doable. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk about the way I deal with grief and the reasons for my detachment and hopefully I am doing better. So hopefully it keeps getting better. I just want you to understand what's why you don't really see me all the time like consistently and all this stuff because I was that kind of person, but then I stopped and I'm letting you know why I stopped detachment. But I'm back. So ask me whatever. Bye.